Here, man, do you ever just wake up one day and you just think, my God, could my life get any more full of yours? Like,
Yeah, that's happened to me once or
does
twice.
that happen to you all the time?
Not in a few years now, but
No.
here's something for you. I've realised something very sad about Cadbury's. I'm sorry if you're listening. Cadbury's.
Here, what does this have to do with me about shoehorning in all the Bjors in my life into the podcast?
What?
You just went on to Cadbury's, man.
Oh, was that meant to be something?
Yeah?
Oh, okay. Tell us about all the women in your life.
Oh, man, there's too many of them to tell about.
Yeah?
Yeah, too
Well,
many
we
of
won't
them.
talk about it then.
All right, go on, talk about Cadbury's.
Cadbury's. I think Cadbury's like
I'd say, you know what? Say that the women I know wouldn't mind at all. Yeah, go on.
They wouldn't mind a chocolate finger.
Ah, Jesus.
We've
already restarted the podcast.
No,
Raj.
that's just a type of Cadbury's chocolate bar.
Do you know how much they are?
No.
€1.
What? For a whole packet of fingers? A whole
No, it costs way more after putting that many up. Yeah, it'd be about €15.
Oh, I could count that on one hand. If I use knuckles.
Oh, I also have to rush today, right? Because I got knocked down by a car 2 days ago, and it smashed my upper body. I'm actually contained in a vat of jelly during this podcast, but I need to go into the Mater hospital, and they're going to reassemble me with robots.
Do you remember we asked you if you managed to spot the license plate, and you said yes, it said Mazda, and we went, oh God.
You knew I was gone then.
Yeah.
You knew I needed reassembling.
That's not the...
But yeah, so if I laugh during this podcast, which will be rare, I will also wince. I'll wince and I'll go, ah.
Do you know Cadbury's have massively overestimated... Sorry, I'm paid to say this. The Cadbury's have massively overestimated the love that's out there for the double decker.
The double decker.
The double
Here,
decker.
let's have a story or a conversation
About chocolate.
about chocolates, right? Which is basically the only thing we talk about that in Pokemon.
Yeah.
But why are there so many of these? I've just figured it out. There are those double deckers and the likes of Catch Bar and all of these other weird bars.
Yeah.
They're on the shelves to push you into the more expensive Snickers and Twixes.
Oh.
There you go. I just uncovered Cadbury's and Nestle's plots.
So you're saying that Nestle is, let's say, a shell company owned by Cadbury's, and Cadbury's are making inferior chocolate to...
Yeah. It's like if Cadbury's were a Cadbury's Easter egg, Nestle would be inside in them, and then within that would be Cadbury's, but also within them would be Nestle.
Here's a question for you. Right? 2 questions. 1, what Easter egg are you getting this year?
Oh, shit.
Is it-
Second question for you. When's Easter?
I don't know, but I can...
Neither do I. Could be tomorrow, man.
That's true. Well, I know what is tomorrow, or today, if you're listening to this podcast, is it's old Shrove Tuesday.
Is it?
Yeah, you're going to make some pancakes.
Yeah, I might invite over a few Bjors. Don't know which one I'll call.
Ooh,
Don't know which one I'll call.
Yeah, you don't know which one of the ones.
I'll have to work down the Rolodex.
Nice.
Flip over one card.
How many letters in the Rolodex?
How many letters?
Yeah.
Couldn't count them. There's so many of them.
Oh,
Nice. Had to move on to the Russian alphabet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Whoa. Very, very confusing, I imagine.
Possible. I don't
You
know what any
called
of
a
those.
few.
Don't know what any of those.
Called a few women by mistake, have you?
Yeah, but no, the Rolodex is getting fat now these days.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you left your last girlfriend, wasn't it?
Why?
Because her Rolodex is getting fat.
All right. Where are we here now? This is Fair City podcast.
Oh,
isn't it?
yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. But back to chocolates.
Oh, my chest is fecked, man. I'm inside a jar of jelly here now. And Roger comically then said, "Hey, do you want to add ice cream into that?" And poured it into the antiseptic goop, and I had to be emptied.
Which is something he enjoys happening to him.
Yeah, Eric was not happy with that.
No, Eric. I asked Eric if he was doing anything with his kids for Easter, and he said he's not allowed to buy them Easter eggs.
Why?
Oh, well, they're all diabetic.
Oh, right.
Yep.
That's just fair enough then.
That was fair enough.
What's your favorite Easter egg?
My favorite Easter egg. Okay, well, it's a toss-up
Mm.
between a Kinder Joy,
Yeah.
which is...
What's a Kinder Joy?
They're those giant...
I thought you'd prefer like a Kinder Miserable or something.
Oh, here we go. No, I'm actually joyful around the time of the death and resurrection of Christ. Thank you very much. I enjoy Kinder Joys because they're like giant Kinder Surprises, but there's no fear of choking on the insides. They're too big. And the other excellent, best, I would say, Easter egg is the creme egg.
The creme egg. I knew you were a cream egg man.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love them. I do.
You have your own secret filler, then secret filler sauce for that, don't you?
Yeah. What I do is I get one normal non-descript Cadbury's egg.
3 parts Bisto.
Yep. And then I chew the tops off of loads of the just out loose in the shop, out loose creme eggs, and I melt them rudimentary in my hands, rolling them along between my fingers and thumbs until the innards are gloopy, and I pour them into that egg, mix it in with a bit of Bisto, which is vegetarian, and then I just scan that through the self-service.
There's a serious plot hole in your egg mixing. How do you stop the outer egg from melting?
What?
When you're pouring hot
cream egg?
Hot Bisto goop in.
Of the cream egg or of the internal?
The
external.
outer shell.
The outer shell.
The chocolate exoskeleton.
I let the Bisto mixed with the hand-warmed cream sauce. I let that cool, and then I just lightly pop that in.
Cool. Do you, when you forget what words are, do you just use noises?
Yeah.
Do you know what my favorite Easter egg is? But it's a rare one.
Okay, go on.
It's very hard to get. Luncheon. Have you ever heard that one?
What?
Cadbury's Luncheon.
No. Please tell.
Do you know the ham kind of stuff that you can get in...
Are you talking about Billy Roll?
Billy Roll. That's the
one with the face?
Yeah, the one with the face.
Are you talking about the one with the face or the one with the bear's face?
I don't know what the one with the bear's face is. What's that called?
The one with the bear's face. That has a bear for its face.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. I don't know what it's called, but...
Do you know that the Billy Roll, do you know who that's based on?
I haven't a clue.
It's based on Eamon de Valera's grandson, Billy.
Really? Billy de Valera?
Yeah, Billy de Valera. And when Eamon de Valera passed, they basically, in his honour, made Billy Roll the official face of luncheon.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't they also? And now this is...
Actually, do you know when we got the first female president in Ireland? They...
Yeah?
They...
Yeah. Are you going to sneeze?
Yeah, I'm just going to sneeze. They raised...
They raised the Billy Roll flag. Is that it?
They released a commemorative Mary Robinson corned beef.
Sorry, listeners, he's just getting emotional.
It was honestly my favourite corned beef I've ever had, so it just reminds me of my childhood, so I start weeping.
That's true. Will we crack into some Fair City?
Yeah, we will. Go first.
Okay.
Eric, any jingles this week? No jingles from Eric this week. That's great.
True.
All right, so this is episode 1.
Yeah.
Do you want to send you up somewhere?
Oh, yeah.
No,
we haven't done that in a while.
Bear in mind that there is a large JCB coming to collect me. Lads.
Isn't it just going to put...
I'm sneezing and crying here.
It's going to put your whole jar. It's going to lift it up in the front scoop. And
well, the last JCB that came in here, it was actually meant to go in next door, and they poured topsoil into me. Started soaking up all the jelly.
Have you ever thought JCBs were a bit like giant articulated scorpions?
Do you know what JCB stands for?
Haven't a clue.
Go on, give a guess.
Jurassic.
Mm-hmm.
Construction.
Ones. Yeah.
Builder.
Yeah, that's it.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's where Jurassic Park comes from, because dinosaurs look like prehistoric JCBs.
Ah. I like that.
I need to check my carbon monoxide alarm inside the old studio here.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of brain interference going off between the two of us.
I have a friend who calls them GCBs. GCBs.
I have a friend who was trying to convince me that the word genre is pronounced Jenner. Yeah. Go on. So Fair City episode 1. Let's end you up somewhere though.
Yeah.
You're going to go to there's a place in Mallow.
Will we do 5-minute episodes?
Well, I have to, because the JCB is going to collect me in half an hour.
Have you ever thought the jam is kind of like a sweet pasta sauce?
Do you know I have a weird association with jam that whenever I think about it, I think of World War II Britain.
Really?
Yeah, because I saw it in some movie once where the family were eating jam. And they used to scrape off the mold off the top because you can eat the
innards.
No,
the underside.
No, it's called the unner jam.
The unner jam.
Yeah, it's jam that's under an inner. It's unner jam.
Okay, here's something for you. If you ever want to treat yourself, and if you ever want to have a full pasta meal, okay?
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, exactly. So at the start, have starters, pasta mixed with melon, chopped up melon, and grapes. right? And that's your pasta.
What about a
fruit
bit
salad.
of billy roll? Would you throw a bit of billy roll in there?
That would traditionally be served on the side. And then for a main, you just get your pasta sauce, tomatoey, any type. You can just use ketchup if you don't have any.
Oh no, I think, man, if you use ketchup and pasta sauce, just give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too sweet.
It was just a suggestion.
Doesn't mix.
You can do it. So you mix that with spaghetti for the main, and then for the dessert, you mix spaghetti with whatever your preferred jam is. And that's your
What?
That's your dessert.
You have jam and spaghetti like the Swedish lads.
What do
Is
they
that
do
what they
that?
have?
I thought I invented this, but
No, don't they have blueberry jam balls and spaghetti or something?
in Sweden,
Yeah,
I think you could be right.
I don't know. Eric, Eric won't do anything these days.
To be honest,
Here, you know what I did here though? I heard that the old the studio is losing money.
what
I heard.
is it?
Well, I heard Eric was in the books. I'll put it that way.
Oh,
The petty cash has gone. Petty cash has gone through the roof in the last few weeks.
do you know what? That explains it. Because the other day I saw him eating McVitie's biscuits
Instead of the Tesco brand.
Yeah, and I thought something's up here.
Do you know what I used to do when I was younger, man? I'd come
Haven't
home.
a clue.
I'd come home from school after hard days fucking work, right?
And you'd bow down before the shrine made to the Mary McAleese corned beef.
Yeah, Mary McAleese corned beef. No, it was Mary Robinson.
Mary Robinson corned beef. Sorry.
Mary McAleese later released a limited edition.
Freddo, wasn't it a Freddo bar?
Yeah, a Freddo bar, which was 2 cent extra, and it went to UNICEF.
Wow.
Yeah, for her humanitarian work. So I used to come home and I'd do one of two things. I know what
one of them was.
One of three things. No, I was too young for that.
Oh.
One of three things. I'd come in and I would eat whatever biscuits were in the press, even though I knew I'd be murdered. Right, but I'd eat all of them with a glass of milk. If that wasn't an option to me, I would get an orange and I would cut a hole in it like a submarine hatch.
Okay.
Right, if you understand that. So I'd get a what you call a circular wedge. Is it still a wedge?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
I'd get a circular wedge out of it. I'd bite the little orange haircut that comes off of that.
Yeah.
And then I'd get a small spoon and I'd dig out the orange and I'd eat it that way.
You'd eat out an orange?
Well,
pretty much.
Had to get my training from somewhere, I suppose.
Ooh, will I tell you something interesting?
What?
I eat kiwis whole.
You ate a kiwi's whole?
Yeah.
Isn't that a New Zealander?
No, I eat kiwis whole. I have the furry bits and everything. I just bite into them.
Do you do that
It's
because
good for roughage.
people don't do it?
Yeah. No, I don't.
You just said that you did.
No.
What I used to do as well was I used to get apples
Yeah.
and I used to dig tunnels through them with a knife.
Really?
Yeah, but the only problem was if you got the wrong apple, it would turn yellow.
What's your favorite type of apple?
Oof. It's not Granny Smith. It's the other one closely related to that.
Ooh,
No, it's the Red Barry. Have you had that?
the red berry. No.
Yeah.
Is that good?
No, the Red Baron. It's the Red Baron.
The red baron apple.
Yeah, it's a German apple.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, it's very wide. It's wider than it is long.
Wow.
It's lovely though. What's your favorite one?
My favorite one is, Joe. They're like yellow, and they have like a waxy.
Kind of long.
Yeah.
There's a bend in them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair City, episode 1.
No, my favorite one is.
Oh, shut up.
Send me up somewhere. Go on.
You're going to I don't know where you're going. Go on, just read away.
Okay, episode 1 broadcast.
Oh, actually, I need to ask this first. What happened to your voice during the week?
Oh yeah.
My voice might sound a little bit different, but that's because I was knocked down by a car and need to be reassembled in the Mater Hospital. But why did your voice sound different? I know he sent me a voice message during the week and it sounded like Imposter Roger or something. It's very weird.
It sounded like I had a secondary pair of balls that had also dropped during the night. And my only explanation for it was I would usually wake up and chat to my housemates or whatever on a Sunday morn, and then go off and maybe send you a voicemail if I could be fecking bothered. But what happened in this case was they had already gone to Photo Island, Photo Wildlife Park. So I realised that I hadn't talked to anyone for considering taking in the last few days. I probably hadn't talked to anyone in
A few days.
52 hours. So I think it was just my voice was rebooting.
Oh, right.
So
Okay.
only
You
some
sounded very
functions are-
strange.
Yeah.
Like you were maybe being held at gunpoint or something. What's your favourite animal in Photo Island Wildlife Park?
I've never been there.
Roger.
Yeah.
Do you know where we're going doing our next podcast from?
Oh.
Live from Photo Wildlife Park.
I'd love it. I'd love it.
I absolutely love Photo Wildlife Park. Why have you never been there?
I've never. I think I was there as a child once, but I don't recall it. I think I was
that was when
molested
you were
by a lemur.
Yeah, you wouldn't be. They wouldn't go near you.
Oh, thanks.
Favorite lads down there are red pandas.
Well, that's everyone's favorite, isn't it?
Well, I'm not afraid to go with the popular vote. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's your favorite one? The rocks or something?
Now I haven't
bullshit.
been there, but I think my favorite would be the macaques.
The macaques.
Yeah.
They're crap.
They're
My
crap,
dad's friend killed a pelican down their backside.
How did you do that?
He was feeding him stuff and he fed him a stone and he died.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
not
here-
condoning it. But
Here, right.
He is dead.
Episode 1, Sunday the 17th
And that's
of
just a
February.
pelican.
Sunday the 17th of February, Mairead appeals to Ellie to clear Phoebe's name. Pete makes Orla's IVF treatment even more stressful. And Paul finds a way to get Charlotte out of Oisin's life for good. Now, big question. What do you think Paul's plan was?
I forgot what you said.
Oh, brilliant. Paul.
No, go on. What was...
No, fuck
I
that.
want to play this game.
No.
What is it?
Okay, Paul finds a way to get Charlotte out of Oisin's life for good. If you remember last week,
Paul finds a way to get Charlotte
out of Oisin's
Okay,
life
so Charlotte is going out with Paul's
with Oisin.
son,
Yeah.
Oisin.
And she
he-
kissed Callum last week,
He's...
if you remember.
Is Paul is trying to either get off... Is Paul going to try and get off with her?
No.
Is Paul going to try and get Callum to get off with her again?
No.
Is Paul going to get off with someone?
No.
Hmm.
What
is it?
You're a twit. So basically what happened was he decides he's going to tell... He knows that Charlotte and Callum kissed each other. So he's going to tell Oisin.
Yeah.
And then, so he does that. And
Mhm.
when he tells Oisin, Oisin goes ballistic and breaks up with her. And keep in mind, he's going to London as well in a few days. Charlotte does something very funny where...
Why is he off to London? Oh, wait. Is it to meet a promoter?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it?
Well, close enough. He's going to get in touch with the club scene there. And he's also going to get a high-powered business job from one of Paul Brennan's friends.
Would you say that his contract for work on Fair City is up for a few months?
No.
And he's not really going to London at all?
No. I wouldn't say that. Now, what I would say is that it does seem like that's likely. But I wouldn't totally say it's 100% true.
Go on, give us an interesting bit that happened in the episode.
Interesting bit. Oisin calls... What does he call Charlotte again? I have it listed here. This is
just
Paulie
like
B.
two old men.
Paul Brennan says,
Talking about
dirty
squirrel in the
little
park.
Charlotte.
What?
Paul Brennan at one stage says, dirty little Charlotte.
That's weird.
He says that.
It's weird.
I had a dream about it last night.
I'm uncomfortable with a few words.
Go on. I know one of them.
What is it?
One of them is panties.
Oh, I don't like. You know what? I'm fairly sure I'm not alone out there
Yeah?
with that word thing.
What? But you don't like the alternative word either.
Which one?
And I hate the alternative word.
Which one is that? We're talking about female underwear here now. Two guys, let's just say we're well equipped to talk about it.
Yeah, we're no strangers to females' underwears.
Yeah, because we do sport a few slashes or thongs in our time.
Yeah. I sometimes, occasionally, I'll wear that under acceptable men's underwear.
Do you ever wish sometimes that
Yes,
it'd
all
be
the time.
fashionable for men to wear thongs?
Do you know what I do sometimes? Because I find, personally myself, I wear my pants quite high, so I don't have to worry about an unsightly butt crack.
Yeah.
That's just myself. What I will do...
You were called the Gwen Stefani of Ballincollig for a while, weren't you?
I was, but that was
'Cause-
for another reason. That was because I walked around with a group of 4 Japanese women. But
I thought it was because you used to wear a thong over your hips.
I do that sometimes as well, but that wasn't why they called me. Oh, because the name, the Gwen Stefani of Ballincollig, was pre-existing.
Do you think that Gwen Stefani kind of sporting around the place with just 2 Asian sidekicks should have probably been called out a little bit?
Her
more?
Harajuku girls,
Should have been
they
called.
weren't allowed to talk.
Do you think that was a little bit? Probably should have been called up by someone.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe she'll be cancelled next. Do you think?
Hopefully.
But what I was going to say.
Why were you called Gwen Stefani melancholic?
I told you because I used to walk around with a group of Japanese women.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough.
But what I was saying is that I don't wear thongs often. But what I will sometimes do, because I said my butt crack is never on show. But what I will do is I'll get very small socks. Well, they're not very small.
Oh, Roger, please stop that nonsense. You make us sound like the 1970s British program every podcast.
And I'll just wear that as a heat keeping device.
Oh, and that's just the socks.
Yeah. So Oisin breaks up with Hayley. With Charlotte.
Here, your episode must be over.
It pretty much is. I just want to say that Oisin goes drinking alone in Vino's, and Charlotte comes in to apologise for kissing Callum, but he says fuck off.
Really, all over.
Yeah, all over.
All right, so that's the end of episode 1. I thought that was really good.
Thanks.
I really enjoyed that.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah, I'm ready for the next one.
This is your one, so will I read the description?
Yeah, read the description and then I'll get going on it.
Okay, episode 2, Tuesday 19th of February. Hayley is under pressure from her family to shore up their house buying fund. Pete provides unexpected support for a fragile Orla, while Ellie's behaviour comes back to bite her. So go on, take it away.
All right, so first scene, we're on the street. We're just outside the laundrette.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pete comes over, says, Orla, do you want to hand out that IVF treatment? Orla says, thanks, Pete. What are you laughing at? Orla says, thanks, Pete.
Yeah.
Come on, we'll go back. We'll get you started. And then, what was the other line you said? Ellie?
Ellie's behaviour comes back to bite her.
Okay, so Ellie, who is, remind me there a second who Ellie is?
Renee's granddaughter.
Granddaughter. Ellie is entered an art competition, and she drew a. She drew. I don't know.
Wrong.
Is it wrong?
It's all wrong. You made it all up.
I didn't make it up.
You haven't watched this.
What actually happened? Say the first few sentences of the scene. I bet you I'll get it.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. What about Ellie?
Ellie
fights.
Ellie fights for with her mother.
No.
With Renee.
No.
With Bob.
No.
Who fucking does she fight with then?
Phoebe.
I said Phoebe. I did. I said.
And who's Phoebe's mother?
Phoebe's mother is the mother of her.
And who is that?
Phoebe. Who is Phoebe?
Phoebe.
It's on the tip of my tongue here now.
I'm shocked. All I'll say is I'm shocked you don't remember her mother.
It's Mairead.
Bingo!
Mairead.
Let the listeners know.
Let the listeners know what?
Let the record be shown that old Denis Lynn over there, he only thinks with one part of his anatomy, and it's very small. He doesn't do much thinking.
Well, thanks a lot. After being exposed inside in a jar of jelly, antiseptic jelly.
I can see all. That's all I'll say.
Here, you watch me now, man, when I'm being rebuilt later on, and all the viewers crowding around me.
Next scene, we can rebuild him. Come on, next scene. What happens in the next scene?
What happens in the next scene? All right, Grant. So are we on scene 2?
Yeah.
Scene 2, we're in an inside location.
Yes.
Yeah, we're in the
what? Where were we?
The dolphin.
Think with your brain now, okay?
Dolphin,
Something's happened with. There's no
we're in
dolphin
Renee's house.
stuff.
We're in Renee's house.
No, something happened there.
That was a different episode. We're in Mairead's house.
No.
We're in Wayne's World.
Bingo.
We're in Wayne's World. Orla is very stressed out about the IVF stuff.
Yeah.
Dolores calls over to say that she's just put Junior to bed. And Pete rocks in the back window. He comes in through the bathroom window. He gets violently aggressive because he's got stuck in the bathroom window coming in. He crashes to the floor. He breaks.
He's the build of a gorilla.
The porcelain inside in the bathroom is in smithereens, absolute smithereens. He gets up. He's got a large wedge of porcelain sticking into his back. He's only got moments to live. He comes into Orla. He comes into Orla and he says, "Here, do you want a hand with the IVF?" Is that what happened?
You got lucky with that one.
I knew it. I knew I got it.
So, any other guesses of what?
Next scene.
What? Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Next scene.
You hardly think there's more to that scene, do you?
Next scene. We're in the street.
Yeah, we're in the street.
We're in the street. Someone is crossing over with a large shot of the unnamed supermarket in the background.
Mm-hmm.
It is Phoebe.
Here.
What?
No. Can we get real for a second?
What?
Do you think you'll ever be able to afford your own house?
Absolutely not.
Because the Collinses, they can't afford their own house.
There's about 17 of those working.
Yeah.
Why can't they pool their funds together?
Well, actually, that's part of the plot. But it turns out that they won't pool they can't get a mortgage between four of them. They just say that. I don't think that's true. Is that true?
What?
That they four of them can't go in for a mortgage together.
Probably.
That doesn't sound true. Is that true?
Probably not. I'd say only two people can go for a mortgage, can they? Unless they're going for a commercial property mortich.
Okay.
I'm making that up. I don't know.
The other one then that they bring up is that Dara and I was unaware of this, but Dara and Lee both said that they wouldn't go in on buying the house because they'd lose their help to buy scheme. They'd lose their access.
Their first time help to buy scheme.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just thought the listeners might like a little bit of the episode at first.
The minute.
You have 10 seconds.
The minute I'm allowed to buy a second house, I will commit to being a landlord.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to get 16 tenants into every room. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. All right, so that's the end of episode 2.
Yeah.
In total, we've got about 10 minutes left.
Oh, well,
so we got to speed on.
We go straight on.
Give us a real rundown.
Episode 3, Wednesday, 20th of February. Callum uncovers Paul's Medley and Oisin's love life. Lee and Haley clash over the Collins family's housing problem. Pete grows weary of Tommy's emotional involvement with Orla. So basically, there's something you need to know here, which is that Paulie B has texted somebody called Bloom, a young lady called Bloom, who I did a bit of research for the first time in a long time.
Anything to do with James Joyce?
No.
Anything to do
differently.
with the escort voucher he was given?
No.
Why don't they tie anything into anything?
I have no idea. But Bloom apparently was around on the street in 2016 when Charlotte and Oisin had a bit of a relationship going on at that time as well. And apparently Oisin had tried to convince Charlotte to have an open relationship so he could bed Bloom back then.
Bed her.
Is
that what you call it? Bedding him?
Oh, I bedded me a few lovely
I'm
ladies.
I'm telling you, lad, I'm going to be doing a bit of bedding myself this weekend.
Yeah? Well, aren't you just changing the bedding in your hamster's cage?
No, I am not. I am going to start on my balcony garden again.
Ooh.
Which is my favourite project of the entire year. What I do is I set up everything, I plant it, and then I keep it going for, 2 months. And then as basically the year starts going to shit again, I don't look after the garden. And then when I wake up in the morning, I look out the window, I can see my mental health personified in a rotting garden. So I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I'll tell you something, listeners, something interesting that I know for a fact that Denis once did, which is his key to his house broke. That's true, isn't it? Your house key.
That is correct.
Yeah. And his roommate left, just to go do some shopping.
That is correct.
And Denis was so panicked, he thought he was going to have to learn to survive in the house.
That is correct.
So what he did was he took a little, I would say he made a rudimentary fishing rod out of some string.
That is also correct.
He lowered it down into the garden, the box garden, on the balcony below him, and
correct.
Yep. And he used that and he pulled up some snails, and then what he did was he laid.
I'm going to say that this is where the story ends for me.
Okay. He laid. Well, I think you'll find that when I go through with it, you'll be shocked
that I'll remember it.
Yeah. That he laid the snails out. Waited for a bird to come to get the snails.
What size of a bird?
It was a wren. And
my dad found the smallest bird in Ireland.
Yeah,
Not the
record holder,
not the actual
the individual,
not the guy with the trophy, like, but the family of him. What are they called? Golden something.
Golden finch? No,
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe
golden tit. But anyway, the long and the short of it was, Dennis's roommate came home to find Dennis eating a dead wren.
That is correct. Okay,
Oisín.
So carry on.
What I'll say here is Callum's trying to get Oisín and Charlotte back together. Basically, Oisín was so mad about what happened with Charlotte that he immediately jumped into bed with Bloom, and no one can blame the man.
What? Bloom turned up?
Bloom turned up. She turned up in the last
Paul
episode.
Brennan.
You should have known that.
Would your dad ever do that for you?
Never.
Where he'd ring up an ex, say, "Here, get on, get 69ing there at Roger."
Well, here's the...
Are you a bottom man or a top man?
Oh, I'm top.
Are you?
I'm top every time, in every endeavor.
Really?
Which is the good one?
I can't remember.
It's been too long. Yeah. So what he did then was, so basically Callum confronts Paulie B and says, he says, you basically hired Bloom to have sex with Oisín, knowing that Oisín would jump into her arms, have lovely sex with her, and then immediately afterwards regret it and be unable to go back to Charlotte because Charlotte would be so mad that that Oisín had sex with Bloom. So that totally played out for him. So he basically prostituted Juwono.
That's a bit odd, isn't it? Don't like to have a storyline where the dad does that.
Oh, very odd, very odd. But sure, Paulie B is like absolute. Even though he was very nice at Christmas to Deco and a bunch of other lads, he's ruthless now again. And that's funny because this happened immediately as his daughter Ruth was taken out to school. So he is ruthless. And what happened then was he...
That's awful.
What? That's funny.
No,
that was good. That was one of those jokes that those stand-up comedians that we gig would do.
Do you think it would be?
Yeah.
Did you?
And they get laughs and we wouldn't.
Oh, man. You know what I hate? You know what I really hate?
What?
You know what really, really pisses me off?
What?
Well-run comedy clubs.
Oh, my God. It's the
Aren't
worst.
they the worst?
I hate them.
Just get rid of the mic, get rid of the lights, put in all different odd chairs, and just start at 3.5 hours late. And let's just have a good night.
Yeah. Are you going to stop us having a good night? No.
Episode 4.
One question for you first. The fair play to Oisín having sex with Bloom. And the one question I have for you is...
When you said, first of all, you said lovely sex with Bloom, and then you said fair play to him for having sex with Bloom. Now, are you revealing anything to the listeners when you use that kind of language, that candid language?
No.
Hmm?
That's from the RT episode guide. No, that's from the RT episode guide.
Interesting.
Yeah? Will we go on to episode 4? I think that's actually a good idea.
Episode 4. This one's going to be cut down to 3 minutes because the JCB is coming down the road.
Well, it's your episode. So episode 4, Thursday, 21st of February, while Paul makes a drastic decision, Charlotte has to make a heartbreaking choice of her own. Bob attempts to calm the waters between Renee and Mairead, while Wayne and Orla worry about the consequences if their IVF treatment goes wrong.
Before I get into a comprehensive regurgitation of the fantastic episodes that I watched, dressed up as Clueless
you did
the weekend, or Cher Horowitz, I think is her actual character name. Clueless.
Really? Did they ever call her Clueless in the movie?
No, I'd say it's one of those things where
Cher Horowitz.
You know, I can't think of an example, but where the name is wrong, but they actually put that on the character.
Like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Like everyone thinks that the wizard is called Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
He's not.
No. Or The Hobbit.
Or The Hobbit. The Hobbit. Everyone's like, hey, that's The Hobbit. And they're like, no.
No, it's actually...
I think we should stop doing
now. It's Philgo Raggins.
I'm feeling rather delirious.
No, you have to finish. Dennis. Hey,
all right, great.
Hey,
I dressed up as Clueless. It was over in Spain. And a guy came up to me and he said, would you ever think about shaving the beard for the costume? And I said, do you think that's the only factor that is preventing me from looking like Cher Horowitz and Clueless? Do you think that's the missing link?
Well, let me tell you, I've known you about 2 years at this stage, did you say?
Yeah.
Known you about 2 years.
Worst 2 years of my life.
Thank you very much.
That's nothing to do with you, though.
Yeah. Oh, I actually would believe that. But your face is a picture.
Your face.
What I will say, and not a good one either. What I will say is that it would take some doing to get you anywhere close to share horror
Oh,
in my mind.
Christ almighty. That took you a long time, didn't it?
Take some doing.
You fucking...
I'd get there.
You cold, dead slug.
Well, like the cold dead slugs you use to lure in
What?
that Rin.
Oh, come on. That was the pissiest callback in the world. You couldn't even remember the name of the bird.
What? What's your favourite bird?
My favourite bird, without a shadow of the
Samantha,
of
isn't
a
it?
fucking doubt, is Marge. Is a sparrow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How many of the women from Mumba number 5 can you remember?
Absolutely none of them.
Okay.
How many can you remember?
Well, that's my new podcast I'm launching.
You're interviewing the women from Mambo number 5?
No, we're just talking about the names of the women.
Oh, right. I thought you meant like the women in the video or something.
No,
I was
like Monica. Monica is next
Sandra.
to it. Hey, you're getting ahead of yourself there.
Mary.
Shut up.
Eric. No, that's Eric.
Can we just say, because he's not giving enough support here.
Eric's doing nothing.
Oh, actually, you're right.
He's done absolutely nothing for us.
Yeah, that's true.
He's given preferential treatment to all the other podcasts inside in the studio. He leaves when we come in.
We arrived in the other day, and Eric would usually use a mixer, and he'd drop in the tunes and stuff like that. And he told us he couldn't get the mixer working, so we were just going to run it straight through.
Yeah, and I went over and turned on the mixer, and it was working.
Yeah.
But then that extension lead also turned on a toaster, a microwave, and a large laser disc player.
All of which happened to be placed strategically in a bath.
Do you know he listens to mini discs?
Hey, hands off mini discs.
Why do you have mini disc?
My friend had a mini disc player growing up that he inherited from his brother, and his brother didn't die. He just gave him the mini disc player. But I thought mini discs were the coolest thing in the world.
Why? Because they were just small and shiny.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen tinfoil?
No.
You would love it. You would absolutely
really?
love it. Yeah. What's your favorite bird?
Favorite bird? If we're being real here, being real, favorite bird, I'd say a heron.
I'm actually going to change my answer. Mine is
penguin.
The heron.
The heron. Mine's the penguin.
No, my favorite is kingfisher.
Can I tell you a joke?
No, actually, mine's a crow. No, mine's a swallow. No, mine is robin.
A man after his father's heart, anyway.
Why?
The love of birds.
Yeah? What's that mean? Are you addressing my dad's infidelities?
Do you know?
I mean, what? No, he does love bird watching.
Do you know all I'm picturing now is your dad shaking the wing at the award ceremony for Ireland's smallest bird, going up and shaking the little wing at the podium.
Beep, beep, beep.
Come in here, lads. You can keep coming.
Oh, I'm not going to fit in that.